Hey guys, this is Daddy. This is my first attempt at a video to put on the forum. So it's a little bit rushed, but I wanted to show you guys my brand new tarp. I'm really proud of it. It's amazing. Now, the trick is, I'm not going to tell you who made it for me, because if I tell you who made it for me, this guy's phone is going to ring off the hook. His PMs are going to get clogged up. People are going to be mailing him fabric. He's never going to see the woods again. He's a great friend of mine. I count him as a personal friend. Obviously, he made a tarp for me. But if I do that, if I tell you who he is, he'll never make it into the woods again. And quite frankly, hanging just ain't as much fun without him. So, here's the thing. I sat down with this guy. I've known him for probably 2 years now, and I knew that I wanted him the very first time I saw one of his tarps. I wanted him to make a tarp for me. So I've spent all that time kind of daydreaming what I wanted and that kind of thing. Well, what I started out wanting was basically a Superfly. Now, you need to know that right now I've got a HG Cuban fiber standard with doors that I absolutely love. It is a fantastic tarp. One of the best Cuban tarps you're going to find. It's excellent. The only thing I don't like about it is that it lets too much light in. So on the nights where it is super moon, really bright at night, that kind of thing, it's kind of a pain. So I wanted something that was a little more opaque. The other thing I didn't want about the Superfly was the side tie-outs. I really don't think I'm needing those. It's not something that I wanted to use. I pitched my tarp a certain way. I just pitched my tarp a certain way. I did want doors, and I wanted it huge. And this puppy is huge. In a few seconds, I'm going to come off of this, and I'm just going to walk you around the tarp and show you what it looks like. And you might want to go ahead and get a napkin, a towel, something, because you're going to be drooling. This thing is a work of art. This is the very first time I've hung it. I literally got it in late last week. I got some additional things that I wanted to set up on the tarp in this week. And I'm out doing contract work right now, and so I'm traveling, and this was a really good excuse to come to one of my favorite haunts and kind of hang out and string up my brand new tarp. And I'm sitting here looking at it over the camera, and I can't take my eyes off of it. It's awesome. It looks so great, and I hope you think so too. It's huge. It's the biggest dang tarp I've ever slept on, and well, just darn awesome. So, without further ado, my tarp. Well, there she is in all her glory. The tarp itself is made out of black membrane seal nylon from Ripstop by the Roll. Guys did a great job of sending that to me. You'll notice I did have it designed with the doors. We don't have the doors deployed at the moment. I just wanted those loose. There wasn't going to be any wind or any rain that night, so I left them loose. And this thing is super quiet. Even in the wind, those doors flapping a little bit, you almost hear nothing. You'll see a little bit of cat cut there in the ridge line. You'll also notice that I've got this pitched really low. It's right down on top of my hammock at the moment. Again, this is a first pitch, first time for me to use this, so I pitched it low. It's got a very shallow pitch, but when you look inside, you can see that there's tons of room, and it is very opaque. So really nice, exactly what I wanted as far as the opacity there. For the ridge line, I'm using a continuous ridge line made out of 1.75 millimeter zinget, spliced with a Dutch tarp hook, connecting to a zinget continuous loop that's been lark fitted to the D-ring there. The ridge line, or the tarp, is done in the style of the Superfly, so there's no need to seam seal the ridge line. And on the opposing end, I have spliced onto a continuous loop a tarp fly and have that lark headed to the opposing D-ring. Can't really see it because the video is a bit blurry there. I really love the lime green stitching on this unit. It is fantastic. It really sets it off. It's a great contrast. Really pops out there in the real world, man. Looks fantastic. The reinforcements that you're going to see here in a moment, I really like to crank down on my tarps. I like a really tight pitch, so the reinforcements are done out of 70D ACU Digicamo nylon fabric. Now I use this fabric personally for making suspension caddies. There it is deployed, and there it is rolled up. And then I also make sack packs. Love that stuff. So the reinforcements are fantastic. I can really crank on this thing, and they're finished off with a triangle there. Got a bit of a cat cut there in the tie out sides. And the tie-outs themselves are finished off with Dutch tarp worms. They've got 1.75 millimeter red zinget on them. I love these tarp worms. They are fantastic. They are super easy to adjust. And once you've set them, they are going to stay right where you put them. So there she is. There's the black tarp. The dimensions on this are a 12-foot ridgeline D-ring to D-ring. Width measures 10 feet side to side. Total weight with all the lines and inside the sack is 19.15 ounces or 543 grams. Okay guys, well there you have it. The tarp. I called it, well actually I told my friend that what I wanted was a tarp to rule all others. Kind of Lord of the Rings thing, I know it's a little hammy, but hey, I'm sure this ain't the tarp for you. There's some guys out there to look at that and go, yeah, that's nice, but I'd have done this. Yeah, that was cool, but I'd have done this. You should have done such and such. You know, the beauty of this is that tarp was built for me the way I wanted it, and I love it. And nobody else has got a tarp that looks like it. It's made out of membrane seal, as I mentioned in the walkthrough. It's one of the most amazing fabrics I've ever seen. It feels so soft. Almost slimy, but it's an amazing fabric. The guys at Ripstop by the Roll, thank you very much for sending that to me. Thank you for providing the services that you do. Thank you to Dutch for the tarp worms. Those things are freaking amazing. I still got a little tweaking to do on the lines. I don't really want to use zinget. I want to, hey, I'm OCD. I want it to color match. I'm looking for some lime green tie-out line. I got some Lawson reflective, but I really think it's just too big to work with the tarp worms that I've got. I'm going to have to kind of tweak that a little bit and play with that one a little bit more when I got more time, which is not going to be this weekend and probably not going to be next week or the week after that. Stuff's busy, man. I got a lot of work going on. But hey, cha-ching, cha-ching, got a little cash and I'm going to buy some stash, baby. It's awesome. Well, I've talked enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. And you can PM me all you want to. You can bang and clang on the thread all you want to. I am not telling who made the tarp. Now, there are going to be some really smart fellas out there that are going to know who made this tarp. They're just going to look at the work. They're going to look at the stitching. They're going to look at the craftsmanship. And they're going to go, hey, that's... No, see, I didn't tell you. Sorry. I know that sucks, doesn't it? Ah, well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Y'all have a great time. See you on the trail.